Welcome back, guys. In this third video, we want to talk about positional and keyword arguments. But before then, maybe we can advance this current function, the def area, so that the user can actually enter these parameters instead of having them statically designed. Maybe the user wants to enter different values. So how do we go about that? So before the function call, we can have length equals to input. Actually, int input. So you convert the values to integer, then you can ask the user to enter length. Yeah, that's okay. Enter length. Then we can ask the user to enter width. So we just copy this and then we replicate it. Line 7 and call this width. Same case. And then now we pass in length in place of 10 and width in place of width. Replace 5 with width. So meaning now our program should ask the user to enter the values. So let me enter 8 and the width of maybe 9. That should give me 8 times 9 is 72. Okay, so that can actually work. Now, objective of this video now is to discuss another key aspect of functions in Python, what we refer to as positional arguments and keyword arguments. When we created this error here, not this one, the file. Yep, at this point, when I failed to give that parameters or the arguments there, I got an error telling me that greeting with parameter missing one positional argument. So what is this positional argument? Now, the way parameters work is when you pass the argument here, when you pass an argument here, this value is passed and paired with this variable or this parameter. Now, where you have more than one parameter, then the pairing is based on how they appear. For instance, if I have maybe city here and I have another city here, let's say Shimkent. So that means Robert will be paired with name, or the variable name will be Robert and the variable city will be paired with Shimkent. If I were to reverse this, then in this situation, then we will have Shimkent, the name being Shimkent and the city being Robert, and that's not accurate enough. So in such a situation, we refer to this as positional argument, where the argument is paired based on its position or based on the position of the parameters. So if this parameter is at position 1, it will be paired with an argument at position 1. Sometimes that becomes a challenge. So let's continue and build this, and we can see how to change that to keyword argument. So this here, part 1. So in part 1, we want to implement positional argument. So these are arguments that are paired based on how they appear or rather their position in the list of arguments. So maybe I want to say hello so and so, hello name. I like to use something called f string. So let me change this to f string. Then I can remove this and pass a bracket there, curly bracket, hello name, and then we want to ask how is, let's say how is Shimkent. So in this case, this program is supposed to give me hello Robert. Let me just return it the way it was. So I cut this and replace there. So this program is supposed to output hello Robert, how is Shimkent? That should be our output. So let's put this here so that it becomes at the start. So now if I was to run this, something didn't work out as expected. So hello Robert, how is Shimkent? Why is that so? because when we supplied our argument, this first argument the argument in position 1 is being paired with a parameter in position 1. Argument in position 2 is being paired with a parameter in position 2, and that's the concept of positional arguments, whereby if I swap them, then it's going to give us an erroneous out. Well, the program will run, but it is going to say, hello, Shimkent, how is Robert? Which definitely is not what we are trying. We're not saying hi to Shimkent. We are trying to say hi to this person, and then we're asking them, how is the city? Now, to address this problem, now part 2, for us to address this problem, we need to, rather for us to force a situation whereby a particular argument matches a particular parameter irrespective of the parameter's position, then we use what we call keyword arguments. So part 2, I want to talk about keyword arguments. So with keyword arguments, I could do the same, and here now we want to make sure that this parameter matches the city irrespective of its position. So all I need to do is to say city equals to, okay, and then I can give name equals to Robert. So now if I run this program, it's supposed to execute without switching these values. Let's see how that is. So this is a previous one. When we switch the values, you notice it is saying hello Shimkent. So these are our output here is for this program, which is using positional argument. This output here, the second one here, is for the second part, which is using keyword argument. So in keyword argument, you force the argument to a particular parameter irrespective of the position. So the position does not affect the argument. Okay, so that's all for this video. I hope you understand.